Good morning. Good morning. It looks like I might be live. Let me see here. Looks like I'm live. Check it. Here we go. There we go. We're live. So, good morning. Good morning. This is Monday Morning Mindset. And why does mindset matter? What is mindset and why does it matter? Mindset is a combination of our thoughts and our feelings and our actions that create our attitude that affect everything we do in life. And so this is Monday, fun day, the day that we get to start it all over again. And today our oil is acceptance. And so our mindset is critically important and it affects everything that we do in life, every decision we make, everything we do. And so acceptance, a lot of times we think of acceptance as that it helps us to accept things. Well, it does. However, I'm using the oil of acceptance because it has the ability to help me with my perception. Smells so good. Take deep, long inhalations, holding at the peak of your breath so that the oil integrates into the emotional cortex of your brain, helps to bring together the left and the right um, sides of our brain so we can think clearly, to put it into our purpose and our energy and our focus. So, today, using the oil of acceptance to help us with misperception. Have you ever had the wrong perception? Have you ever been talking to somebody and you could only see the situation from your perspective? They could only see it from their perspective. What about if we could get into the place of being able to see a situation from somebody else's perspective? That's progress, and that makes a huge difference. And it helps us with the feelings of to overcome feelings of insecurity, feelings of sorrow, feelings of being willing to let go of the thing that we thought was the way it is and see it from somebody else's perspective. And that is hugely freeing, has been for me. And so use our oil of acceptance to shift our perspective. And I use the oil of acceptance to shift my perspective. So I am not able to see the chat right now. So I'd love to hear your experience and your feedback on this on our Monday morning mindset oil of acceptance. And I have a story to go along with it because I love stories. And this is called The Dog and the Bone. So it's once upon a time story. There lived a small dog in a small town, and one day the dog got a juicy bone from the butcher shop. All excited, he picked it up and looked for a secluded place to enjoy his bone at ease. He ran to a nearby riverside to enjoy the bone all by himself. And as he was chewing on the bone, he happened to look down into the river. The dog was quite surprised because he saw his own reflection in the river and he mistook it for another dog who also had a juicy bone in his mouth. And so the dog immediately wanted to snatch the bone away. So he opened his mouth to bark at the reflection and scare the other dog away so that he could get that bone too. But alas, the bone fell down from his mouth and into the river with a splash, and the dog lost the piece of bone that he had because of his own desire to have what somebody else had. And so I think the other dog had it. So I think this is a huge lesson in perspective because lots of times I have mistakenly looked at what somebody else had and thought it was better than what I had, or I wanted them both, or whatever. And so my perception was skewed because instead of simply being grateful for what I had and enjoying what I had, and then knowing that more would come, it puts us in a bad place. So the thing is about just accepting what my life situation is, what your life situation is, finding the good in it, being able to see from a perspective that's different than what I already see at this moment, and just taking that time to pause and accept and be able to see things from a new perspective. So that's my goal for this week. Join me using acceptance this entire week. Use acceptance every single day in relationship to your perspective, and notice how much it changes. Thank you so much for being with me today. Have an absolutely wonderful week, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.